All right, guys. So we're back on this today. You guys know that I'm being summoned to my phone. So you know that the welds that the people did on this were really subpar. I'm not sure what kind of welder they had. I don't know what they did exactly, but I was just going to kind of bend this back out of the way just real quick to kind of see if I could get access to maybe zip this off like I did this upper piece, and then come back in here and just grind that and take this off, because I got to take these. I'm going to try to save. I'm going to save this, but I need to get this piece off and then this inner piece. But what I did, I want to show you this. When I pull this back, this thing just popped. It just popped loose. I mean, that literally. They tried to weld this, I guess, and literally I can just rip it off. So what am I saying? Man, spend the time, take the time to get you a decent welder with that welds with gas, because otherwise man, this is what's holding your car together, guys. I mean, that's dangerous. It just is, just dangerous. So, if I could give any piece of advice, and that's not a great welder by any stretch of the imagination, but it has gas and it welds solid, good welds. So, to me, that's one of the more important. Besides your air compressor and your welder, you know, those are pretty important things if you're going to restore a car. You want your welds to be good, solid, tight, clean, not with a bunch of porosity, holes, pits, and all that stuff in it. You don't want a bunch of splatter and crap all over your car. So take the time. I mean, okay, so you're going to restore a car. This is my opinion. You're going to restore a car like this and say, okay, well, I'm on a budget. Well, that's not the time to chintz, okay? That right there is extremely important. It needs to lay out your welds good. You need to take time to practice, get your scrap and weld, and make sure your stuff is good, because that is what's holding this car together. So, I'm not trying to give a lecture. I'm just saying that right there is just freaking scary. You know, I've been driving this car for years and years and years, sliding it around corners and doing all kinds of stuff, you know, and I'm surprised the thing didn't just freaking come apart on me. The way this thing was actually hacked together with pop rivets and just terrible welding that they have done. So anyway, yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to go ahead and figure out this deal, and I'll bring you back when I get a little progress. See ya. burn. So you can see how that'll fit up in there like that, and then it'll be welded right up in here. So you can kind of see what we're looking at, what the factory one looked like compared, and just looking back and forth, kind of doing a little investigation. You can see here, this one looks pretty decent, which is weird because this one should have been pushed in to cause the frame rails to be crushed. This one definitely was. You see the difference. This one was pushed in. The most of the Bondo was over there, which is weird. Of course, there's a little bit there. Not much, maybe half inch or so. I mean, it's minimal. Sarcasm. Sarcasm, that's what I live off of. So yeah. There you go. I'll sit here and think about this for a little bit. Figure out what my next move is. What the hell is that? Freaking mud dauber nest or something in there? Or just mud. Big old chunk of dirt. Alright, so I would have expected this thing to be just crushed all to crap, being that this thing was hit like it was. But it doesn't appear that it's that damaged back here. This doesn't look that bad. Now you can see this here was clearly smashed in nicely. As you can see, that one there is still out where it's supposed to be. This one was crushed in. Yeah. Like I said, we're going to replace all that. So I need to break this loose from that, and then I'll drill all these from the upside for my frame rails. That way when I put my frame rails underneath, I can weld from the top side back down and not have to weld from underneath. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do to get the rest of this stuff off, because there's like 159,000 welds through there, and they've covered it in Bondo, so they're gonna be hard to find. I guess I could come from the inside. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll bring you guys back. Alright, there's that. Got that piece off. You can see how I did it. And I used this like a descaler over that Bondo. It just chips it right off, as you saw. So, a little bit of rust. I'll hit this and clean it up and see what we've got, but I think we'll be fine. That's what happens. The seam seal, they have the seam sealer in here, but after it gets old and hard and brittle, it doesn't seal anymore, and then rust wants to get between. So yeah, I've got to take these loose still, and then I've got all of these under here that are attaching it to that, so I'll have to pull those as well. Probably go ahead and pull this back off and take these outer drop-offs off while I got all this going, and then we'll see what she looks like then. So that's gonna be it for right now. It's about 1. Wow, it's 1 o'clock. I guess I didn't get out here. Must have slept in this morning. But yeah, you can see here, and also for me, this helps me document. You know, so if I come back and I go, okay, where did this panel go? Well, you got a hole, and then you got this little guy right here, and it fits right perfectly into that channel. Same side over here, hole right under here. And so if you got kind of little lineup areas there, of course it's going to have to go where that is, and that's going to make, you know, a difference. This is your underneath here is your your straps for like your tank, and that's support back there on that side. And a lot of this stuff, I don't know what the name of it is. Ultimately, I don't care unless I have to order it, and then I have to figure out what the name of it is. But yeah. All right. Well, there you have it. So we're getting closer, getting some progress. I'll try to get that panel off there today. Don't know if it'll happen. We'll work on it, and it should happen. But anyway, all right, guys. See you. Well, that was similar to a workout. I was going to say it was a full-blown workout, but it was a little exercise. So this should just come off now. I think I have a little bit of pulling and yanking and whatever. So got a little something right in here. Maybe I didn't get it quite there. Piece I was missing. So yeah, there's that. Little junk. There you have it. There's frame rails. You can see they're really not. This one's kind of sitting on it. I don't know if that showed that in there or not, but anyway, those are supposed to actually go down. This one here's got a 1/4 inch gap between it, but it's just been sheared off or something. I don't know what they've done there. But the new ones, they actually go down a little bit, so they would sit on this, which is what we want. So yeah, the frame rails are still holding that pan solid. So we'll just have to figure out where to go from here. And that'll be it for now. Hell, it may be it for today. It kind of wore me out. And it is beautiful. I need to mow the yard. That's another thing I need to do. I'll probably do that. It's bad. So, a little more progress. I'll talk to you later. Alright, so I figured I'd throw that up there real quick and just kind of clamp it a couple spots just to see the fitment. And here, it's real nice. It looks real nice. It could come over just a little bit to the right, whatever, but it's fine. But as you go this direction, notice the gap. See that? And I noticed up in here, a little bit of a buckle here that's not over here. So, see it? So I think I got a little something going on right in here. I'm gonna pull these off, get new ones of those. I'll straighten this back out, beat all this back down, because I actually pushed this up a little bit probably when I was running that this guy here in between it, so it needs to be hammered and dollied back down a bit. But that's definitely, and this side had all the Bondo in it, so this got hit here, plus it got hit there. This here really survived pretty well on that piece, but yeah, this I'll have to do a little bit of something there to get that pulled back down, which won't be a big deal, but the rest of it looks real nice. So that is the rear inner valance panel. If anybody wants to know what this part's called, there's the part number. I found this on Summit, and they only made, like, one company I think made it. And let's see, I think it was CHL, and I'm not sure, I want to say Rick's Camaros maybe was the one that had it. So if you're needing that panel, that's what it's called, and you may be able to find other ones, but AMD didn't make that panel, so I ended up having to go with this company here. But it looks fine, it's going to work and do what it's supposed to do. But yeah, I thought I'd show you that real quick, show you the gap in there, and I may take this off and stick the tail panel up there and kind of clamp it just to see what we're looking like, and I'll bring you back for that one. Alright, here we are. So beautiful out here, Kevin. So beautiful. Must suck to live in Canada. Anyway, so there's the tail panel on. I just found me a couple little spots to throw some bolts and nuts on there to kind of hold it up. I still yet have to take this piece off, and I think this little guy in here's got to come off before that'll actually suck up in there like it's supposed to. But yeah, pretty happy with it. There's a couple little dings through here that I'll have to fix, but that's kind of par for the course, I guess. Here, I don't know if you can see them, little wavy through there, but that's not too bad. Way better than what I had. Way. So, yep. Alright, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I think me and my daughter are going to go on a date. Not my littlest girl, but my oldest girl. We're going to go see a movie. Jigsaw is coming out. We've watched all the Saw movies. Every year they come out, we go to the theater and watch them together. It seems like a really screwed up thing to do with your daughter, I know, but she likes scary shows, and so that's what we do. But among other, going to lunch and stuff all the time. But yeah, she's 27 and got her shit together real well. Doing real well in life, so pretty happy. So, all right, yeah, that's it. I'll probably move this back in and clean this mess up a little bit. We'll see you next time. See ya.